What's happening, guys? SupaNova here, back with another video. Before we get into it, though, really quick, just want to thank the producers, aka channel members, who help make videos like this possible. That being V-Game Veteran, Richard Rondon, and my good old buddy Wise, aka Wasted with Wise, who, for those of you who do not know, actually has a YouTube channel. That channel is The Wise Old Gamer, and he actually holds a gaming-related podcast every Friday at 6:30 Eastern. It's called Wasted with Wise, and I'm actually a panel member on that podcast. It's gaming-related, but it gets crazy because so are we. So it kind of goes all over the place, but it is a good time and a lot of fun. So if you want to check out that podcast, again, follow Wise over at The Wise Old Gamer. And again, that podcast is every Friday at 6:30 Eastern. Also, if you enjoy my content, if you find it informative or entertaining, consider becoming a channel member. Once I hit 20 channel members, I'm going to be doing a game giveaway every month. And then once I hit 100, if I ever get to that point, I will actually start doing console giveaways. So consider becoming a channel member and help grow this channel, this community really that I'm looking to build into something greater. And coming in the new year, I'm going to be making content much more often, rebranding the channel, new logo, new everything. So I hope you guys are looking forward to that. And with that out of the way, let's get into the reason why I'm making this video today. Now, when it comes to making videos about Xbox-related news, well, shit, it seems that I could have been making 3 videos a week for like the last month, because every fucking day it seems there's some new shit to talk about when it comes to Xbox, whether it's another console hike, or the increase of Game Pass to $30, or the news that they're even increasing the price of the dev kits. I could have picked any one of those topics to talk about, but I didn't. For whatever reason, I just didn't really feel like talking about those topics. But this one I absolutely do feel like talking about. Because, see guys, it seems that whatever the next generation Xbox is or is called, whatever it is, it's going to be fucking expensive. That's expensive with like 4 extra S's. It's not going to be expensive. It's going to be expensive, bro. And the reason we know this is because of something Sarah Bond said. And before I play that clip, I just want to say real quick that this is something that I thought they would never do. That didn't make a whole lot of sense to me. But our homie Lemon, who also is a panel member on Wise's podcast and also has his own channel on YouTube, 108 Dragons TV, and he said, look, guys, I'm hearing that the next Xbox is going to be super, super powerful, far more powerful than the next PlayStation, and they are targeting specifically only the hardcore users. They're not going after the casuals. They don't care about the casuals. They're targeting specifically the hardcore. And this didn't make very much sense to me, because I was saying, well, we now have 2 generations of data that indicates a downward trend in popularity for the Xbox console, full stop. And then when given the option between the cheaper Xbox Series S and the more expensive Xbox Series X, the vast majority of Xbox users chose the cheaper Xbox Series S. So to make this box that's super expensive, that targets the hardcore, they're essentially boxing, pun intended, the casuals completely out. Now, that's not to say that maybe there isn't going to be 2 SKUs next generation. Maybe they are going to have this beast machine and a lower tier option. But to this point, no one's really said anything to that effect. Also, it would stand to reason that if they are going to make a super powerful machine targeting specifically the hardcore, there probably isn't going to be a lower tier option. They're not trying to target everyone. They're targeting specifically the hardcore. And while I never told Lemon, yo, you're wrong, or, oh, that's bullshit, that's never going to happen, I did say that it just doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me, and I'd be surprised if it happened. Well, butter my nipples and call my tits cinnamon rolls, because holy shit, it looks like it may actually be happening. Even though, again, it makes no sense to me. And the reason we know this is because of something that Sarah Bond said specifically in an interview with Tom Warren. And here's that interview.
So if there was a console that could kind of be a gaming PC and console in one, like that would be helpful for me. I don't know what you can tell us about the next gen console. Any?
Well, I can tell you you're right that the next gen console is going to be a very premium, very high end curated experience. You're starting to see some of the thinking that we have in this handheld, but I don't want to give it all away.
Oh, there it is.
Well, there it is indeed, chaotician Dr. Ian Malcolm, because not only did she kind of basically imply that the next generation Xbox would be this kind of hybrid machine, this PC console and one, but it's the things she says right after that that are the things I really want to talk about here, because when you are an executive at this level in any type of corporation, the words you use are very, very important. And she said that not only would the next gen Xbox be a premium device, but it would be a very premium device. And not only would it be a high-end device, it would be a very high-end device. In combination, a very premium, very high-end device. Ladies and gentlemen, it's looking like all roads lead to this thing being fucking expensive. And while she didn't give any information as far as what we can expect possibly for a price point, granted, these consoles, they're still a couple of years away. I've heard people online saying that they think this is going to be $1,000 console. And I'm just saying to myself, 1,000? Nah, bro. With the words she's using, I'm thinking we're looking at north of 1,000. Because you look at the new Xbox ROG Ally X, that fucking thing is already $1,000. Granted, it is a handheld PC, and whenever you get a handheld version of anything, the price usually goes up because of the miniaturization of the technologies and what have you. But still, the ROG Xbox Ally X is already $1,000, and that device is neither premium nor high-end. Never mind very premium and very high-end. So I can only imagine what a very premium, very high-end next generation Xbox is going to cost. And if I had to guess, I'm just throwing out there, shot in the dark. We'll see if I'm right. I'm saying minimum $1,200. I'm thinking it's going to be minimum $1,200. She wouldn't preface by saying very premium, very high-end if it was just going to be $1,000 console. Because you look at the PlayStation 5 Pro, a PS5 Pro, again, not premium, not high-end, $700. And I don't want to hear anyone try to say, well, actually, it is kind of premium. It actually is kind of high-end. Listen, even PlayStation doesn't market it as a premium or high-end device because it's not. Is it a better PlayStation than a base PS5? Yes. Is it a premium or high-end device? No. It's a home console. Most home consoles aren't premium or high-end devices. They're home consoles. So when even PlayStation doesn't market it as a premium or high-end device, again, never mind a very premium, very high-end device, and that shit is $700. What does a very premium, very high-end PlayStation and or Xbox cost? My guess, minimum $1,200. Again, total shot in the dark, maybe I'm wrong. But let's say hypothetically it is 1,000. I think that's insanity. I don't think there's anything to indicate that this machine would come in anywhere near that price, but let's say hypothetically it does. I still don't see this as being a good move for Xbox because as we previously already stated, at this point, all the casuals are completely out of the conversation. They're no longer even remotely close to the people you were trying to get to purchase this device, and they're not going to purchase this device. So now who's left? Basically, your hardcore Xbox console players, and then PC players. Well, PC players are never going to leave PC for an Xbox hybrid device when their PCs already play Xbox games. They're either going to continue to game on the exact same rig they already have, or they'll take that $1,000+ and just put it towards upgrading the existing rig they have, or maybe even buying a new better rig. But they're never going to leave PC to move to this hybrid console, whatever the fuck it's going to be. So that's not happening. So then now who's left? only the hardcore Xbox console players. But just because you're a hardcore Xbox console player doesn't mean you can afford a $1,000 or $1,000+ console. So now you're taking this really, really small pie and making it even smaller. So my question is, why? What sense does it make to do this? It just makes zero fucking sense to me. But hey, if you have a counter argument to why this is a good thing, or why this makes sense, or why this is a good move for Xbox, I'd love to hear it. Let's have a conversation about it down in the comments. I just can't fathom a explanation as to why this is the route that they should go. Why shrinking the pool of possible consumers down to the absolute minimum it could ever possibly be, casting the smallest possible net, is the way to go when it goes against damn near every business / marketing principle that exists. And I know some of you out there are gonna be like, yo, Nova, who the fuck are you? They got dudes they pay millions of dollars with marketing degrees and doctorates and this, that, the other thing, and this degree, and 40 years in the industry. Who the fuck are you to think that you know better than them? And that's a valid question. At the same time, just having a degree, just having a lot of experience in any field for any period of time doesn't mean that you are infallible or that every decision you make is the right decision. Case in point, how many people over at Xbox were involved in the unveiling of the Xbox One and that whole fucking nightmare fiasco? Someone looked at that shit and was like, yep, this all sounds good. Charging $100 more than the competition for a weaker box because we're forcing them to buy a camera that they may not give a fuck about? Fuck yeah, green light that shit. DRM, that's not gonna scare anybody right now. Green light that shit. And you know what? During the presentation, fuck games, talk about movies and TV, and show people how they can change the fucking channel to the Price is Right from their camera that they don't fucking want. Green light it. Let's go, baby. Xbox is the best box. Woo! I think we can all look back at that time and acknowledge that it didn't matter what degrees they had or how much industry experience they had. They made the wrong decisions at damn near every turn when it came to that launch. So just because I don't have the experience they have or the degrees they have doesn't mean I'm wrong. I'm not saying they're wrong or that I'm right. I'm just saying, don't be like, yo, who the fuck are you? Hey, I'm a consumer like anybody else. I'm also a logical person, and when I logically look at this scenario, it doesn't make any logical fucking sense to me. But again, if you have a counter argument, I'd love to hear it. Let me know down in the comments. And yeah, it just looks like the next gen Xbox is gonna cost lots of dollar bills, y'all. And that's all I got for you guys on this one. And that's the video, guys. Let me know what you think down in the comments. And as always, feel free to like, share, and subscribe, and consider becoming a channel member. Like I said earlier in the video, once we hit 20 channel members, I will be doing a game giveaway every month for all channel members. And once we hit 100, if we hit 100, I will do a console giveaway for channel members. Anyway, that's all, and I'll catch you guys on the next Supernova.